Fahey here from Bar Mill Scale Models. I have to say happy holidays because this is the time of year that we release and announce our once a year holiday kit. We've been doing this now for, 15 years, and we've gone through a lot of terrific kits, back from Gritty McDuff and Raglan Road and Nemchick's, along with the newer kits like Popovich's and Hunch Landing. But this year is our biggest and admittedly most expensive holiday kit ever. We're going to take a look at it right now. It's not just a building, it's a village. It's called Cundy Village. Now, this is the kind of kit that we can go on for quite some time. It's not a building or two buildings. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 buildings. It's not an industry. It's an actual village. Something that you'd see up here in Maine, certainly. But, you know, if you've ever been to Skaneateles around Syracuse, or Nancy and I spent a weekend recently down in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, the same look, the same feel. Down in Pennsylvania, a little bit more on the side of brick buildings. But other than that, this is an all-American town. Anything from a pool hall to a hat shop to a wonderful grand hotel, which is the key feature of this whole kit, all comes in this one kit. You can buy this kit as either an entire kit or separate buildings. Not everyone will have the room for this entire diorama. And to be honest with you, at about 22 inches by 22 inches, we could have made it bigger. But because we do travel and go to train shows and all, we have to make sure that our dioramas are compact enough that they won't get hurt during the shipping process. You know, if there's somebody who should be with me here speaking to you folks about this kit, it's Jim Mone. Jim spent hundreds of hours working and engineering this kit. And honestly, I just wish he could be here with me right now for this video. So maybe we'll get a picture of him and stick it on the screen for you. But the thing of it is this: when we do a kit like Nemchick's or last year's kit Popovich, when you have 2 or 3 buildings that work together for the same exact theme, especially industrially oriented as those 2 kits were, yes, it's always a challenge to make everything unique and different and yet make them work together. But when you're dealing with the whole concept of a town, and you're dealing with an era, and you're dealing with telling a story, it gets almost impossible to do this kind of work without being literally a professional Hollywood set designer. What we're going to do here this year is offer this kit in 2 different formats. One will be the entire kit, and we are only making about 100 to 125 of this kit. Or you can buy the buildings individually. The advantage with a full kit format is this: number one, it'll cost you quite a bit less money if we do everything at once, ship it out to you at one time. You'll also get extra details such as the seawall, the boardwalk. Should you choose to use it, you will get the materials for the boardwalk, the lamps along the boardwalk. Also, 2 buildings that service the rail facility that we have built into the diorama. Here again, just look at the photos on your screen. You'll see what we're talking about. The second way to approach this kit from a purchasing standpoint is to buy the buildings individually. Keep in mind that while the individual kits that comprise the bulk of this diorama will have about 500 of each available over time, the diorama itself in its entirety, with the extra 2 buildings and facilities, as well as with the little details like the seawalls and so on, will be limited to about 100 to 125 complete kits. The best way to find out if this kit is right for you is to take a look at the diorama and the pictures of the individual components that are available on the Bar Mills Daily Moose and on the Bar Mills website. Remember, you can get many of the buildings independently without having to purchase the whole kit. But on the other hand, if you have the space and you have the determination to do something very different, very unique, and something very special, and by the way, save a lot of money at the same time, you might want to consider getting one of the limited 100 to 125 of this kit that will be made available. We have to say a special thanks for the guys in Bar Mills that have helped make this available. Jim Mooney for his engineering and ingenuity. Jack Ellis for some of his craftsman type buildings that he has contributed on this diorama. Carl Schultz, as well as Jack, for the same effort. And of course Lenny Ledman, our production manager, who has been working his butt off trying to make sure that this kit goes out on time in December. So that's it for right now. This is Artie Fahey. This is Cundy Village. Not just a kit, an entire village. Available this Christmas season from Bar Mills.